Hey guys, today I'll be doing some test hands for my BA Block Dragon deck. So I've had a lot of fun with this deck, and I've been taking to locals basically every 2-3 days. They're doing really well. I've had a few wins and a few second places. And since my last deck profile with it, I've made 1 or 2 changes. I've thrown things like the Mecha Phantom Beast O-Lion and Sea Archiver and other turbo level 3s just to help make Cherubini quicker. And this is a 42 card build now. Also thrown a Giant Rex, since Block Dragon is a stupid card. So let's see for this first hand. So we've got Gallus, Phoenix Rhino, Graf, Sekker's Light, and Giant Rex. So with this, I say drop the Sekker's Light now, draw 2, so we draw an Alec and a Skarm. Not really a big fan of this amount of BAs, so let's use Sekker's Light to then shuffle Graf back into deck, since we can send it off with Rhino Warrior if need be. Shuffle, quick cut, we draw it again. Just my luck. Right, it's not the worst card to draw off it. So here, the best thing to do is just special out 2 BAs. So Skarm and Alec. To make a Cherubini. So here, I feel that the best shout is to use Cherubini's effect. Send Sabres to Grave. Then we're going to Sabres the Graf to top of the deck. Then we're going to Gallus into milling the Graf, and that will special up the Seer from deck. So we special Seer. So I'm going to be using the Gallus for the material for Dante. I'm going to Gallus, Dante mill 3. So we mill a Hat Tricker, a Tracker, and a Block Dragon. Beautiful. Always need more Earths to Block Dragon. So in this situation we don't need to go into Curious because we already have our Block Dragon. So what we can do is, we can still go into Curious. Let's go 1, 2, 3. No, let's save one of the Gallus and then use Vex. Summon out Block Dragon, then effective Vex for special summon. So from here, go a link off the Dante and the Block Dragon. For the Barricade Board Blocker. Then we're going to use Block's effect, Seer's effect, and Dante's effect. Block Dragon searching a Gigantes and a Fossil Diner. Then we will go Seer and Dante, so we're going to special out with Dante and then add the Seer back to hand. So here we can link these 3 off because Cherubini is a fairy, Barricade is a machine, and Sabres is a fiend. Make it Curious, and we're going to send, since we've got the Rex, I feel that sending the Bulb here is a good shout. So it gives us a Nat Beast to finish up on. So then mill 3 off the Curious. 1, 2, 3. Sea Archive is pretty nice here. So what we're going to do is you summon the Gigantes from our hand. And we haven't normal summoned yet, so thinking we normal summon. Oh no. So since we special that with Gigantes, we're gonna trigger off our Sea Arcana. Gonna special summon that. Then we're gonna normal summon Fiendish Rhino Warrior. We're gonna start milling some more cards. So we're gonna make a second Dante, detaching the Fiendish Rhino, mill 3. With a cloak, we've got Mathematician and a Rock Spirit, so we've got all Earths, which is very nice. We've got Rhino effect. We're going to send, in this situation we're going to send a Libic, turn special summon the Seer from hand. Then we're going to, let's think about this, use a normal summon with a thing. So what we're going to do is going to tribute off one of the Dantes for Steam the Cloak. Then we're going to use Dante's effect to add back Graph. Then we're going to link 1, 2, 3, 4 for the Sayuja. The reason I've done this like this is because now we can chain block the Skuldred very nicely. So we use Steam's effect to then give us a token as Chain Link 2 and Skuldred as Chain Link 1. So we're going to draw 4. So here we've got some nice draws. We would use Second Sight so that can go back. I believe, yes, so we could use the Hydralander's Life, so we're going to keep that and put it back to Tour Guide. And we're going to put back the Farther. So here, going to Glow Bulb, mill top card, which is another Block Dragon. So now we're going to Synchro for a Nat Beast. And we're going to banish 1, 2, 3 for the Block Dragon. I'm going to summon that under the Sayuja because we've got to link that off. I've got a special out for Hydralander because there's no duplicates. So here we're going to use Hydralander's effect to mill 3. So we hit a damage juggler, a Gallus and a Hydralander. So still nothing, still no duplicates, so we're going to attempt to pop the Block Dragon. But Block Dragon's going to survive because it can't be shot with card effects. So here we're going to link 2. For the it's tricky this, because if a dinosaur is placed over here it will make life so much easier, but I'm going to summon the IP Masquerena. And what we're going to do is use Block Dragon. 1, 2, 3. Special summon that. From here, because of the placement of a Dante, can't really make Avamax. So what we're going to do is going to link off for Dante instead. For Cerberus, and Dante's going to add back Dante because that means that we have no duplicates now. Damage Juggler to search for Hat Trigger. Try and prevent as many duplicates as possible. So we got Gallus, Block Dragon, 2 Rhino, and a Mathman and Dex Steel, which could be duplicates. So what we're going to do is going to get rid of so let's get rid of 1, 2. Oh, don't have enough here, so what we're going to do is we're going to make Avamax in the central column, and then since we have a Cerberus Engrave, we can banish that, a Mathematician and a Block Dragon, to summon out a second Block Dragon. And then from here we use Sayuja's effect to special summon the Fossil Dino. And that is where we end off. If we had a Dingirsu, we can then overlay this for the Dingirsu for extra protection for the Fossil Dino or anything on the field. But this seems like a pretty solid board. We have a quick effect pop, so let's quickly cut. I believe that we don't have any duplicates right now. So if we Hydrolander, we miss, but then Rhino can then send a Farther, and then Farther can banish a card on their field, or monster on their field if need be. They can only attack Avamax, and they can't special summon monsters, so it is a really nice lock this, where Avamax can't be sure of the card effects because it was someone using IP Mask Arena. Neither can the Block Dragon or the Fossil Dino, since Block Dragon protects all my rocks. And so the only way to get rid of this is to kill it with a battle or send it. There's not really any any sending effects other than by special summoning. So the only sort of fear with this is if they have impermanence or if they have like things like Forbidden Chalice, which do come up occasionally, which is annoying. But for the rest of this board, it is quite strong since we have an on-targeting pop which would have missed, but it still gives your opponent the fear of it. Avamax is a very hard card to get around. When they get rid of Block Dragon, I'm searching another 2 cards, and they are locked out of using spells. So I feel that is a very strong board. It would be nice if we had a Beatrice on the field as well, but because of my misplays, it meant that we had to link off that down to. So I'm going to do one more test hand. If this hand is really just terrible, we'll just redraw it. So give it a good old shuffle. Give it a cut. And we're going to open up the Rhino, the Ali Birdman, Second Light again, the Graph, and a second Light. So here we have to Second Light. If this gets ashed here, it's very rough, and that makes our hand a bit better. So what I'm going to do is going to Second Light the Rhino, shuffle, and we're going to draw, and we got with Block Dragon. So this is a very nice hand now, since we got the tour guide. The only issue is, if I have a Verda or a Impermanence, this hand becomes really bad. But if I have it, we have it. Can't really do much about it. So here we're going to summon that Rhino Warrior. Link off with a Cherubini. Then we're going to use Rhino's effect. In this case, we're going to be sending the Libic. Then special out a graph from hand. Then we're going to use Cherubino's effect to then send the there is it. The Edge Jump Sabers. Go shuffle our deck a bit. Then here, what we can do is just put the Seeker's Light back to the top of the deck because we don't need it. But if we want to get the most value out of it, we have to put the Block Dragon back. I'm going to overlay for the Dante. Go detach the graph, and let's hope we don't mill the sit. So 1, 2, 3. So we got Steam Cloak, Block Dragon, and Barbar. So we're going to use Chain 1 graph, and just in case they held the Yash for this, which is very stupid, but it's going to use the Barbar to banish the Livic, just in case they had anything. With this deck, it's always best to chain block if you can, no matter how far along it is in the combo, because you don't know how long some people will hold in hand trap. So here we're going to make it curious. So we'll link these two off for a Barricade Ball blocker. Then we're gonna use Seer's effect, special Dante, and Dante's effect to add back Seer. So a really nice thing you can do here is you can banish the Rhino Warrior, summon out Gigantes. Oh no, I forgot that Birdman's a machine. So in this case, to make it, we have to use our IP. So instead of making a ball blocker, we make the IP. So then here we use Birdman, bounce back the Gigantes. And then we're going to link these off. Birdman gets banished. For the Curious, then we've got to use effect of the Curious. Sending... Well, we already have a Block Dragon. We still got Steam Cloak. So what we're going to do is we're going to send the Vex. And let's hope we mill a few Earths. So shuffle up. We mill another Block Dragon, Hat Tricker, and a Sea Archiver. That is some really nice mills in. So we're going to banish 1, 2, and the third Block Dragon, second Block Dragon. Special out for first. Then we're going to use Giant Rex to special summon, and then we're going to use Sea Archiver to special summon, since we special summoned Giant Rex to a zone I think what's the points to. And from here we're going to make the Sayuja. So chaining from Sayuja, chaining to Block Dragon, allows us to search for our Fossil Diner and then a Rock Spirit, since we already have the Gigantes. Shuffle, cut, and we're going to draw into another Block Dragon, a Tracker, Hat Tricker, and a Hydrolander. Don't really see it every day when you have 9 cards in hand. Right, so the Hydrolander is live, so we're going to keep that for sure. We don't necessarily need another Block Dragon, but it would be nice to have the Tracker we can get rid of, and let's get rid of Seeker's Light, since we don't need it at this moment in time. Cool. So from here, what I'm going to do is, accidentally put back for Hydrolander. So instead we're going to get rid of a Rock Spirit. There we go. So from here We're going to summon the Hydrolander. Then we're going to banish one. Oh, we don't have enough Earths in the grave. So for the time being, we've got two. Going to summon out the Hat-Tricker. Summon Gigantas by banishing that other Block Dragon. I'm going to make a Dweller. And we're going to detach so we get an extra Earth Engrave. And how many we got now? So I've got 1, 2 still. There's a few things we can do here, but some of them are a bit risky. Let's backtrack a second. So we got the Hat-Tricker, we got the Gigantas in hand, so that means Block Dragon's still in grave. So what we're going to do is we're going to Steam, special summon it by attributing this. So now we have 3 Earths in grave to banish for Block Dragon. So now we're going to use Hydrolander's effect, mill 3, so Mathman, Gallus and another Mathman, so it does not blow up. So from here we're going to link off Steam and the Block Dragon for a copy of Cerberus. Then Steam's going to activate, giving us a token. Then we're going to use Gigantas to banish an Earth to special summon itself. Got a link 2 for a barricade ball blocker. Got a link 4 for Avamax. Then from here we're going to pitch for Seer to special summon the Beatrice. Going to banish 3 Earths, so Cerberus for Gigantas and Gallus to special out that Block Dragon. Then here what we'd do is, if we had a Dingirsu, is to overlay here. But since we don't have that, we're just going to leave it as is. I'm going to use Sayu's effect finally for a Fossil Diner. So this is a similar board to what it was before. Instead of a Nat Beast, we had a Beatrice instead, which is very nice. We have a Hydrolander, which is live at the moment, and shuffle. Will it still be alive? A Rhino, 2 Rhino, and a Wielder. It's not the end of the world, since what we can do is use Rhino to send a Farther or an Alec, depending on which situation we need. So if we really need, so if they are playing Altergeist, we could use either of these to get around another Zeke, or if it gets to the end phase, we can send Calcab instead to then bounce back a back row, which we don't want, because this deck has a very hard time playing through back row. There's just not enough removal, especially since we play Sega's Light, so we can't main deck any back row removal, unless it's in a form of a monster. But Hydrolander is a really strong card against that matchup, and they have a hard time getting around Crusader Avamax, but Fossil they don't mind too much because they can just normal summon the Seek, attack directly, which gets around Avamax to then send this to grave. But thankfully we had the Beatrice, so if we didn't mill, if we milled a duplicate but not Rhino, we could then send a Farther to banish it, so they can't get the search and they can't remove the Fossil Diner. If this doesn't come up, what we can do is just detach for a Beatrice to then send an Alec or a Farther and then target on Fossil Diner. So then after we can start doing things. And then if I can't kill him that turn, it comes back, so then it puts my opponent under it again. which is a very nice play. But yeah guys, that's 2 test hands with Block Dragon BA. This deck is a lot of fun to play. It makes very powerful boards, and it's, funny enough, quite resilient to hand traps, just because of the amount of extenders you play. Especially since if you play the dangers, which I don't currently have at the moment, which I'm trying to get for this deck. But if you have them, there's just more ways to play through Ash, Veiler, and Impermanence. Because the level 3 dangers are so strong in this deck. Getting any opponent, like getting your Block Dragon out of hand or your Giant Rex, or even just getting rid of dead cards. Like when you saw that I drew double Second's Light, if I had dangers, just discard it and use it for next turn to banish it to mulligan a card. So that was a few test hands. Let me know if you want to see more of this deck, because I love showing this deck off. It's so much fun to play. And if you want a deck profile for my updated build, comment in the comment section and let me know, because I'm happy to show it. See you guys next time.